Yeah, not everybody's working a job that they enjoy. Like for some people, it's just like, yo, I'm just trying to make some money. That's what I'm doing. But like, art is something I actually enjoyed since I was like a little kid. So to be doing it for work, this is the American dream. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
but yeah, to be the first black hand painter for Louis Vuitton, like that was, I was big.
That's
Like,
history.
yeah, that's history. And I'll always be the first, even when I'm not there. So that's for life. I did this painting called Jesus in the Subway. And it's basically like inside of like a 3 train, like with the orange and yellow seats, and like it's like Jesus, like right in front of this dude is sitting down on his phone, and like Jesus is in front of him, like reaching his hand out, and then there's a snake coming under the seat of the train, but he doesn't realize it because he's on his phone.
There's such a variety of people. I feel like it's a lottery to what family you have, and
Right.
then it's a lottery for the type of person you are.
So Yeah is the best podcast in the world, bro. So
bro,
Yeah, yo, shout out So Yeah, you
hey,
feel me?
So yeah,
So
you
Yeah,
hear me?
that's what we doing.
It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know.
So yeah, we got JP in the crib. What's good,
Yes,
bro?
sir. What's up?
How you feeling,
Your
man?
boy JP,
Oh man.
aka the Human Printer. You
Hey,
feel me?
the human printer.
Yeah, J
I fuck
Pizzle.
with that.
I got a lot of nicknames. You feel me?
Hey,
Like, a lot
where
of
did the
people.
Jay the printer came from?
Jay the Painter, JP. So,
Yeah.
so my initials is Joshua Pierre, like JP. So it's my initials, and it's also like a play on Jay-Z, like, cause he from Brooklyn, I'm from
Right.
Brooklyn, so it's like, yeah, it's like a double meaning type shit.
Damn, and when did you started your artistic journey, bro? Cause you're nice, bro. I remember
Thank you,
when
bro.
I used to work at UPS, man, and I was
Yeah.
like passing by delivering packages to LV, and I'm just like, yo, this dude is nice with it, bro. And also the girl that was there before, the Asian chick,
Yeah, Chaharu.
yeah, she's so dope too. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
facts.
yeah, man. I'm like, you guys have really good realism.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what, like, obviously they changed it later on, but like at first they wanted it to be like realistic, like you got to know how to do all the details, and
That takes certain measurements too. I feel like you gotta be like low key good at math in a way, right? Like,
Oh yeah, facts. There's a lot of like geometry that goes into it. Like when you do a painting with like a lot of perspective, to make it look like it's like 3D, like you're looking down like a hallway, you got to have those angles right. Like, yeah, there's a lot of geometry and math that goes into it for sure.
That's wild, man. And all right, so talk to me more about where did this begin? How
Oh,
old
man.
were you when you were? I feel like this is not something that you just picked up recently.
Right.
Right.
So I must have been like 5 years old, like in elementary, like kindergarten, like just drawing like random stuff, like, and then like probably like later on, like middle school, high school, I would be in class, like, learning, whatever, taking notes. But like on the edge of the like the composition notebook with the lines on it and shit,
Yeah.
like I would basically just be drawing random shapes and lines, and like I just couldn't stop doing it. Like my brain would just be like, yo, like it wasn't even nothing like of substance. It was just like random shapes and stuff. Just I needed to have the pencil on paper moving. So
You were fixated.
yeah. From early on, I don't know why I was always just gravitated towards it.
Wow. And then when did you first started to make stuff that people were like, whoa, you're dope?
That's a good question. I would say like maybe like 4th or 5th grade or whatever.
Fourth grade.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like my art teacher, like Miss Fisher, like
Okay.
shout out Miss Fisher, like
shout out Miss Fisher.
word, like she's the one that like saw it early on.
Yeah, she's like, oh nah, this is different.
Yeah, like
because I'm sure she was probably like, "Oh, you're great" to like everyone, but then
Exactly.
she probably got stuck. She probably got stuck when she saw your shit. Like,
yeah, facts.
wait,
It was
kid,
like
come here, kid.
like she always paid me like extra attention,
That's what's up.
type shit. But
Yeah. So then, all right. So from there, and what would you be drawing at that moment?
I would say like people, like I would do like figures, like the head, the body, the legs, people like interacting. It wasn't like nothing crazy. It was like basic, but like that's where I went. I went from like random lines and shapes in elementary to like people, like figures in middle school. Then when I got into high school, I started drawing like cars and animals and really like different things that like have a specific form and stuff.
And when did you know you could start making money off of it?
Oh man, I would say like 2016, 2017, like, cause that's when I started painting. Like I started drawing early on, but painting I didn't start until like 2016, 2017.
Acrylic and oil.
Acrylic, I started with acrylic. I did oil like later on, like a few years later.
You gotta be patient with oil, right?
Yeah, bro, oil like it's so different from acrylic. Like it takes so long to dry.
Yeah.
And it stays wet, so like it gets messy. Like
Right.
you just have it all over your
Right.
arms, and so you gotta wear an apron, you gotta wear gloves and shit.
Damn.
Like but acrylic dries in minutes.
Yeah.
So there's like no mess.
Right. You prefer that?
Yeah, I prefer acrylic because it's like it dries quick, so you could get like projects done like, you know what I'm saying, like
Do you feel
quicker.
like the textures are different though?
Oh yeah, it's very different.
Right.
I would say oil is like a buttery type consistency, and acrylic just feels like it's a water based like plastic type. So it's very
Pasty.
different. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very different textures.
When do you feel like it's necessary for one rather than the other in certain moments, or it could just be done sporadically?
Yeah, so you could definitely do for certain projects. Like for example, if I'm doing a portrait, I'm gonna do oil because oil like it blends better. The fact that it stays wet and the quality of the paint is better, you could get better like skin tones and stuff like that. But if I'm doing like letter work, like a logo, like I'll do acrylic because you know it's like you're putting solid colors down, dries quick. So yeah, it all depends on like what project you're doing.
No. And when you find somebody, let's say, all right, they want a specific type of job to be done. I've had a tattoo artist and also a business owner on the podcast, and he spoke to me about how there's certain times where certain people want certain things, but it doesn't work in practicality.
Right.
Have you ever come across that type of situation as well?
Yeah, there's
Being an
certain
artist?
times where it's like this is not gonna work for like this material or whatever. So you gotta really like sit down with the client and like let them know what you can do and what you can't do, and like show them like your body of work. Like this is what I've done before,
Right.
so they can have an idea of like what that like you want to do.
Right.
You feel me? Like so.
I was so disappointed, bro, because I wanted this tattoo. I had a really cool idea where it was like, yo, imagine getting like a typhoon wrapped around my forearm.
Ah man.
Like, and then he's like, nah, that shit won't work. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't like tell them no. It would be like if I'm a change it, I'm gonna be like, all right,
We could do this though.
we could do this though. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but I wouldn't tell a client no. Like
Yeah.
you know, you gotta be a businessman. You gotta make your money. You feel me? Like
That's a fact. No, at least he was being honest though, because at that time I needed that. I was like, maybe.
yeah, that's just not his his strong point. You know,
Right,
maybe he
right.
could do
right.
something else.
He's more of the artist. He said that too. So
Yeah.
like him and his wife, like his wife is more of like the businesswoman and he's more of like the artist. You know what I
Okay,
mean? It's
okay,
like, so they have a good flow, you know.
Right.
They're actually right here on Steinway.
okay.
Yeah, they're really dope. But all right, so do you eventually want to teach? Do you want to keep on like? What do you want to do like with this profession of yours?
Oh man, that's a great question. Like honestly, like I never have like a specific place where I want to take it. Like I have a couple goals. Like I want like my own solo show. You know, like you mentioned teaching. I would love to teach like the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like things that nobody taught me. You feel me? Because
Right.
I'm self-taught.
Right. So what would you teach to kids or to people rather, right? Because you could teach a whole community,
Yeah.
right? What would you teach them or show them that others haven't showed? Or how would you apply your skills differently in a way that would make it desired? You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay, that's
To
a,
make
that's,
it
that's a
different.
good question. Yeah, I would say like for kids, it's all about what they want to paint, like what they enjoy painting. Because when I started, it wasn't like someone telling me to paint this and like university or something. It was just I like this, I like cars, I like whatever animals, so I'm gonna paint this. So for the youth, I would tell them start off painting things you enjoy, because that's how you're gonna get into it. Like that's how you get your brain like excited about it,
Right.
motivated. You know, so yeah, definitely that like things you enjoy.
When I was younger, I went to this like art class, right? And they showed us like, you ever draw in cursive?
Draw in cursive.
Yeah. So like, in the sense that you can't let go of the page.
Oh yeah, facts. I did that in high school.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
yeah.
interesting?
Yeah,
It
that was
comes
like
out,
a.
I mean, it's not like the coolest shit, but it is kind of abstractly cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something dope to it. And some people are nice with it.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if you-
I gotta erase. Like for me, it's like the process.
got-
Like yeah, I gotta be able to like. You
Right.
feel me? Take my hand off the
Yeah.
page, but
Take your time with it too.
it's a good exercise though. It strengthens
Yeah.
your mind and shit. Like for
Same
art.
thing with many things, right? Like if you're thinking about, what was I gonna say?
We could curse on here though, not to cut you
Yeah,
off. Okay, we
You
good.
say whatever the fuck.
I
you
just said
want.
shit like 50 times. I'm like, God damn, what if he's fucking up his monetization
Nah,
and shit?
Yo, for me, I'm really about the conversation, yo. And I'm about the person, the human being, like,
Yeah.
like perspective. Like, what do you think about just living in New York City? Do you think that all this shit with the and I'm an immigrant. I was born in Venezuela. I came here when I was young.
All right.
But it is an interesting perspective being here for so long and seeing so many people go through so many different challenges, and then you get a bunch of immigrants coming through, and then they get like free housing and like the hotels and all this shit.
Yeah.
It makes you think about, man, shit. Like, where's the money going? How is certain money here for this now and then not for others in different times? And
Right.
you know, it's interesting, you know, and it makes you think, oh, are people doing this for votes? Are people doing this for power moves? Are people doing this for actual help?
Yeah.
Okay, I doubt it, you know? How do you feel about shit like that?
Like being in New York for me, you know, I've been here all my life, so it's like I've seen it change, and you know, at one point it was like before social media, like there'll be dudes like just walking around like in hoodies, like ready to like rob somebody. Like it was like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like all kinds of stuff. Like now it's like really gentrified, like Brooklyn.
Right.
Like certain places you wouldn't see a certain demographic walking around, and now you see all demographics. I think it
How
could
do
be
you like that?
I think it could be a good thing and a bad thing. You know, like you could like, cause certain businesses like they lose their the space that they've
Value.
had since they was like, you know, since they first moved into the neighborhood and stuff. And rent goes higher, so like people gotta be forced out and stuff.
Right.
But it also brings like new, you know, like stores and
New
businesses. Yeah. So
New opportunity.
it boosts the neighborhood. Yeah. So it could be a good thing and a bad thing.
It depends on how you as a person navigates.
Yeah.
Right, as an individual. Because who's to say, all right, it's a bad thing or a good thing when people are just living their own life?
Yeah.
You know, you can't be upset for someone's further mobility in life due to many factors, because then you just be stuck in that loop of thinking, well, what about this or what about that?
Right.
Instead of seeing what you could do with your own capacity, finding your own capacity, reaching different levels of yourself, and not giving up. It's easier when it's handed to you. So why would you want it that way?
Yeah.
You know, like, and easier doesn't necessarily mean good for you in the long run, because it's better to learn, right? It's better to learn and find out, okay, through the trials and errors, instead of, imagine you were given the choice to say, hey, do you want to just use this AI machine to make your next painting? Or aren't you happy that you've gone through the years of practice and knowledge and fuck-ups to be where you're at now?
AI is going to fuck up a lot of artists, I feel like, because it's
not that dope.
I mean...
I think it's overrated. Because, to be honest, like, it's like, yo... I mean, don't get me wrong. Some shit is really dope. It's creative. Like, people could be creative with it, and it's dope. But there's a different element when you know a human made it.
Right.
You know? It's like, oh, shit. Even if it's like this giraffe. You know what I mean? Like, a human made this giraffe. It's like, whoa.
Right. And it's like AI can't do physical art. You feel me? Like,
well,
if somebody want a painting that they want to... I mean, yeah, but it's like, people like the whole concept of like an artist painting this with paint on canvas.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Now it's like a piece of art. You know, like AI, you could do like a generated image, then print it out and do like a digital scan on the canvas, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not. There's an element missing. You
Facts.
still need the artist.
Facts. You can't do like a live painting session
Yeah.
with AI.
No, you can't.
You feel me?
Yeah, well, it's the whole analog versus digital.
Yeah.
In a way, you know? And technology always wins, but there's always like admiration and love to the roots. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's still people buying vinyl. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, as a tribute to some type of, I don't know. I guess for them it would be their own ancestral thing. You know, at this
Right.
point, because that's getting old. You know what I mean? It's getting ancient. There's certain things that people like. Can't knock it. You got Mormons living out here. You got Amish
man.
people living out here. You got people in wagons and shit living, you know?
Yeah.
At some point, we're going to be like that to other people. Not us, but you know what I mean? Like, there's
Right.
always a different level, bro. Different echelon. Different technological advancement that changes the whole fucking world, bro. You know what I mean? Like, or how we view it, rather.
I feel like it's moving really fast, too, because, like,
Always.
when I was a kid, like, you know, I would say, like, 07 or whatever. Like, we had, like, sidekicks and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I seen the sidekick turn into, like, the freaking, the BlackBerry, you know what I'm saying? And before that, you had, like, the, what's it called? The
Razor, the flip phone.
Flip phone.
Fucking, the sidekick was the shit, though.
Hell yeah. Flip. If you had that shit, you was that nigga. Like, if you had that,
aim and all that.
Hell yeah. AOL Messenger, yup. Like, and before that, I remember the Nokia with the that snake game on the Nokia.
Or the Nextel.
Yeah. So like, and I've watched it like turn into the iPhone, and then so it's moving fast right now.
Well, now that someone brought up that point where it's just like it's actually technically just the iPhone.
Yeah.
And Samsung, if you really think about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Those are the top two in the world. Yeah.
And like, what else? Now there's only two choices. Like,
there's
always two choices. Like, you know, Republican and Democrat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, Samsung and Apple. Fucking, like, you know what I mean?
Drake, Kendrick.
Like, yeah, Drake. How'd you feel about that shit?
Oh my God, bro. Like, that shit, I did not think it was going to pop off, but I feel like I didn't think it was going to pop off at that level. Like, when Drake dropped, what was it, Push Ups. He dropped Push Ups, which was a good song. I'm not going to lie, it was a good song. And then he dropped, where he fucked up, this is where Drake fucked up, when he dropped Tailor-Made Freestyle. The shit when he used Tupac's AI voice and shit.
Right.
And he was like calling them out, like Kendrick, like where you at? Like we waiting on you. Like he's calling them out, like bro, do you not know who Kendrick Lamar is, bro? Like he's a demon, bro, when it comes to like hip hop. So like the boogeyman, you feel me? So I think he screwed up, and Kendrick was like, oh word, bet, and then he dropped Euphoria.
You saw that shit when he was on stage and he was like. And they put it side by side next to Drake's fucking like I think it was the Hotline Bling or whatever. I don't know. That shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, he went crazy, bro. Euphoria is a good ass song, and he dropped 616 in LA, which is a good song too. Like it had a nice instrumental.
That meme goes by where it was like a quintandra.
Yeah.
A quintandra.
Oh yeah.
Drake was like, "You better come out."
You better come out with some crazy shit, yeah. And he came with some crazy shit. You feel me? The craziest day out of the beef, though, I would say, is when Drake dropped "Family Matters," which was that was a good song. Yeah. He dropped the video with it, bro. I've never in my life seen some shit like this, bro. Kendrick drops like 20 minutes after "Family Matters." And the song is called "Meet the Grams," which is like a play off of like family, like the sitcoms and shit, black sitcoms. So it was like, bro, how did he know that he was gonna drop a song like that to name his?
Well, I think Kendrick has a lot of foresight.
Yeah.
So when coming into mixing with the artists like that, you have to think not only your move, but his move beyond your move.
Yeah, it's like chess.
It is chess.
You feel me?
It is chess. It is absolutely.
And he played it perfectly, bro. Like to drop a song called "Meet the Grams," 20 minutes later, from a song called "Family Matters," bro. And on a song, bro, oh my God, that shit was like a horror movie, bro. Like he's.
But I don't think Drake's the guy to go against Kendrick. To be honest with you.
I would have liked Kendrick versus Cole better.
I think Cole's smart enough to tackle Kendrick in a dope ass way. You know what I mean?
But he
Like,
backed out, bro.
He backed out.
He apologized,
Yeah.
and like I fuck with Cole too.
How'd you feel about that?
Alright, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with Cole. He's like one of the best lyrical artists or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't to back out. Like, think about it. This is like the biggest.
You were given an opportunity.
Yeah,
You were
bro.
given an opportunity.
This is like the biggest rap beef
Right.
of this generation.
And Might Delete Later was actually dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good ass project. I like
Yeah.
the song he had with Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
He had a song with Daylight. Fire ass project.
Yeah.
I wanted him to
didn't
follow
expect that.
through.
I didn't expect Daylight. I was like, oh shit.
Bro, he was talking his shit, bro.
Daylight is dope. I remember always just listening to you remember he used to do like these video like
I know him from rap battles.
Yeah, rap battles are dope. His rap battles are dope. But even like he used to do like just videos in terms of like he'd be outside talking, you know what I mean, on his phone, like
Yeah.
about different shit. His mind is crazy.
Yeah, his
But
Vlad
dope.
interviews and shit too. A lot of Vlad interviews. Yeah, but yeah, that was a good project by Cole. I wish he would have followed through, bro. Like, this is what everybody's gonna be talking about 20 years from now,
Yeah.
and everybody's gonna be talking about how you backed out.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a good look. Like, he has the talent. He could go with Kendrick.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
He's that same type of like lyrical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. He
I
just.
think like he's a very talented artist too, and he took it to a very spiritual place.
Yeah.
And music is spiritual, I get it, you know? But I feel like it's also a challenge, right?
Yeah.
And as an artist, if you're opposed to not getting into the competition of it all, then all right, understood. But like you're also been provoking it kind of.
Right.
So
right.
like
He was talking
like
his shit.
where are you really going with it? You know what I mean? Are
Yeah.
you this way or are you that way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is also something that you gotta keep in mind, I feel like. And if you know what it was and you knew what it is then like I guess just keep going. You can still feel that way, you know? Like he said that he respects Kendrick and all that shit and he likes his music and all this stuff. But like you can still feel that way and still go at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but my thing is, why would you even say that in the first place? Like, why would you even, like, if you respect Kendrick, right? You respect his body of work. Why would you even attack it in the first place? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna back out, you should have just never did it in the first place,
Right.
And nobody would have been calling you like a punk, like you backed out.
Well,
like,
it also kind of like your words hold weight, right?
yeah,
So if you're gonna like spend money to make a track or not even, well, I guess money is time, right? Time, money. Like, so
Facts.
whether if he actually paid money or just spend time to do it, you know, it's still taking an effort to put
Yeah.
something together and then release it.
yeah,
And then
yeah. He was in the studio and shit,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So that was crazy, but I don't know. I think Cole is gonna have to like just chill for a little bit, let this like die down, and you
Well,
know.
Kendrick got it. He won.
Oh, he definitely won.
Nah, he won.
Oh my God,
Not
bro.
like us.
Not like us. Whew.
Crazy.
Yo,
Crazy.
Meet the Grams was crazy enough, but
Even
like,
and you saw the performance that he
Oh,
did?
hell yeah.
Yo, that shit was amazing.
did it on
The video
Juneteenth.
edits was like
hell yeah. He had every artist from Cali.
Yeah,
and
OD. Crazy.
Dr. Dre came out.
It's
That shit
crazy.
was fire.
OD. I just feel like if I was in a rap battle against Kendrick, I would come at him differently.
What you would have did?
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, word? Because
Yeah.
you want to like protect your artists. I feel you. But
No, I just like I want to hold that as like a little,
yeah,
because I really believe in my music, bro. You know what I mean? And
it was good. The shit you shared with me, that shit
Thank
was
you,
fire.
bro. Thank you,
The
bro.
production is good. The first one, it sounded like a early 2000s like R&B vibe and shit. Like yeah, it was good.
Thank you, bro. I really
And the
do,
other one
man.
was like a club banger, like
Right.
type shit. Yeah, that shit was fire.
I appreciate it, man. Like I feel like everyone has something inside them. You know what I mean? You just gotta chase it and you gotta be hungry for it.
Yeah,
And I feel like you definitely understand that, being the artist that not only has taken it from a hobby, but took it to a profession and now keeps on expanding. And you can do literally whatever you want with it. Like, and
Yeah.
that's cool, man. Now you have a whole new palette, you know,
facts.
in life. Because a majority of people just follow the order of things.
Yeah, not everybody's working a job that they enjoy. Like for some people, it's just like, yo, I'm just trying to make some money. That's what I'm doing. But like, art is something I actually enjoyed since I was like a little kid. So to be doing it for work, this is the American dream. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
so it's a blessing, man. Like I'm You know, I never thought I would have like a talent that could take me to a company like Louis Vuitton and stuff. So, you know, it's definitely a blessing.
How was your time there?
It was a good time. It was an interesting experience. You know, I was there about 2.5 years. I met like, you know, a lot of great people. You know, I met some celebrities. I was able to like really show them what I could do with like realism. You know.
What are some? Who are some celebrities that you met?
Oh man, I met Dave Chappelle, Whoopi Goldberg, Tony Hawk, Meek Mill, like to name a few. You feel me? Like
Right.
a lot
How
of people.
were they?
They were cool. Like I didn't have a problem with them. Like, you know, some people meet celebrities and like, yo, this person was an asshole, whatever,
Right.
whatever. But all the times I seen them, they were cool. Like Whoopi took a picture with me and she asked me to take the picture. Cause like we got to be professional. We can't like ask a celebrity to take a picture. But she was like, yo, we should take a picture.
Hey.
I was like, you don't gotta tell me twice. I pull out shit. I was like, shit. You don't gotta tell me twice. So, yeah, I had that. It's a memory for life. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely, yo.
Tony
Absolutely.
Hawk, like, you feel me? Yo, what's up? How you doing, man? Like, you know, he's like, oh, I'm, you know, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
Wow.
mad cool.
Nice.
Like, Dave Chappelle was, like, surreal, bro.
Why?
Like, because I grew up, I used to watch Chappelle Show, like, me and my brothers.
Yeah.
Bro, we would stay up till, like, 2 in the morning because it came on late. And we would watch Chappelle Show, you feel me? Like, funny-ass show. You know, I seen all his specials on Netflix and stuff. So, like, to see, and we was, like, the same exact height. So to see someone as, like, this larger-than-life figure, like, one of the, arguably, like, the greatest comedian of all time
Brings
type
it
shit.
to life.
Seeing him in person, like, right in front of you,
Right.
it was surreal, bro. I remember that it happened, but I don't remember the details because my mind was just, like, somewhere else, you know? But, yeah, he was mad cool. He was like, yeah, I appreciate it, man, you know? Like, so, yeah, it was, LV was a good experience, you know? I learned a lot, you know? And then, you know, I'm going to take everything I learned there, you know, to the next thing.
Absolutely. Did you ever see any funny interactions between the customers while you're in there? I'm sure you see a lot of crazy shit. You got,
Oh, man. They would ask some crazy questions, man.
Like what?
Oh, my God. I think you'll write it. So they would walk up to me and they'll be like, yo, are you painting? Like, I'm literally, like, painting. There's paint on the table. I have a palette. They'll be like, oh, my God, are you painting?
Like, what the fuck do you want me to say?
But you can't say, like, what the fuck kind of question was that? You go, oh,
Yeah.
I'm painting. Oh, you know, yeah. Like,
That's some stupid shit.
What's another question I got a lot? It's like, oh, how did you get this job? And I'm just like, I applied. Like, what you mean how I got the job? Like, I feel like some of them were genuinely, like, curious. Like, they, you know, it was genuine. They wanted to, like, know. But I feel like some were like, what do you, like, you black and you work for LV Paint? Like, how did you get this job?
Oh, you got that impression?
Yeah, from some people. Not everybody.
Right.
You know, I got
some
good
were
reactions.
Like genuine, and then some were like,
Yeah.
how the fuck did you, man?
Yeah, I got a lot of reactions like that. Oh, another question. They would be like, so does it wash off in the rain or something? And I'm like, one, why would we be doing this if it washed off easily? Like, and two, why are you bringing your trunk out into the rain? Like, or the pool or whatever.
Right.
Like, you don't bring, like, expensive designer trunks with, like, water. Like, I don't really understand what
I
they're
feel
saying.
like what you're doing, especially, is like, it's art. Yo, it's meant to be like put in a place. You know what I mean? The home,
yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Like,
on your
doing
dresser.
family portraits as well, right? And
Yeah.
you're getting the whole family in there. That's fucking beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but you know, I feel like a lot of people just hadn't seen something like that in person because you know, not every Louis Vuitton store does that. So it's like, you know, they're seeing it for the first time and they're like, oh shit, it's shocking to them. So they're curious. So, you know, I don't really hold it against them. You know, the questions they would ask, it was funny.
And you were the first black artist to be working there as the main artist in the store. Because that's the only one job, right? There's only one person doing it.
Yeah, it was a few of us at one point. You know,
Okay,
it was 3 of us. Was the most at one point. I seen a couple artists come in and out. But yeah, to be the first black hand painter for Louis Vuitton, like that was, you know, I was big. You know,
That's
like
history.
yeah, that's history. And I'll always be the first, even when I'm not there. You know, so that's for life.
That's
You feel
right.
me? So it's like, yeah, that's a blessing. I never
Yeah.
imagined something like that. You know.
And what would be your ultimate dream, you know, with what you do?
Yeah, that's real, bro. That's deep. I mean, obviously with art, there's so many ways you could take it, right? You could be a tattoo artist. You could be in a gallery.
I'm
You know what
talking about like, how do you want to live? How do you want to be living your life?
Yeah,
What would you
fucking
wanna be
mansion, beach, women, nigga. What the fuck? Like, yeah, I want all that nice stuff, you know? Like, I'm not materialistic like that, but like, it's nice to have. You know, I experienced a little bit, you know, of like luxury, the world of luxury, and you know, I've been a couple places, and it's like, yeah, it's nice. It's you know, we only live once. You know, life is short. Why not have some fun and, you know, enjoy it in like a enjoyable
enjoy the
way?
fruits of your labor.
Yeah, facts. I mean, you know, I'm not like actively like going hard about that. If it happens, it happens. You know, I'm a simple guy. You know, I don't need too much. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like I like nice shit. You know, I be buying shit. You feel me? Like, why not? You know?
It makes you feel good.
Yeah. You know.
So what is it? Shop therapy.
Yeah, retail therapy.
Retail therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's
yeah.
the thing.
It's like, but the thing about that is though, it's like, you'll be like, all right, I want this one thing, this one sneaker or this belt or this whatever, and then like, the chase is the fun part, like the lead up to you getting it.
Right.
But like once you get it and it's in front of you, it's like, okay, like now it's here. Like now what? Then you want something else, you know? So it's that quick, it's like temporary thrill.
Right.
Of buying something and then you want something else.
So that's why I feel like it's also great to have a passion, right? Because you have that passion that you can keep on doing and get your endorphins through, get your connection with, because all this other shit is just distractions.
Exactly, bro. Like, yeah, focus on what you want to do, like what you actually love doing, bro. Life is too short to like,
way too short,
you know,
man.
be doing something that, you know what I'm saying, that you don't want to do. Like,
exactly.
People think they got like 60, 70, 80 years. You could live till 30. You could live till 40. You don't know. You feel me? You never really know. You could be healthy. You could be healthy as fuck. You walk outside, get hit by a car. You know, God forbid. Like that's life, bro. So yeah.
I'm glad you said car instead of bus. Everyone always says bus, and I actually got hit by a bus when I was younger.
Damn.
Yeah, I was in a coma for 3 days and shit.
Oh wow.
It was crazy. But I have this part in the podcast, right, where I asked the individual, hey, is there any question that you can give to me that I could take out into society?
Yeah, for sure. So for one, like, what made you get into podcasting?
No. Thank you. No. Thank you for asking me a question. I appreciate that. But what I mean is there any question that you can give, not necessarily to me,
right,
a question that I can ask in society?
Okay.
I'm gonna go out in society and ask that question to a random person. You know what I mean?
I would say, do you believe in God? Like that's my go-to. Like when I want to start a broad, conversation, like the most broad conversation, I ask them about God because you know everybody's gonna have a different answer, and it's a conversation that could go for hours. So definitely that.
Do you believe in God? So do you believe in God?
No.
All right. How come?
I think there's like other things besides God.
You said you think there's other things besides God?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like. Sorry.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Okay. All right. No, it's cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right. Boom.
That's the question.
Do you believe in God?
I mean, that's a good question.
I'm glad you find that a good question. Good question.
I mean, like, I think it would be foolish to say that there's no God, just based on the world that we see around us. So, like, I definitely feel that there is a higher power, there is a God, you know what I'm saying? There is somebody, like, looking out for me and stuff. But the thing is, like, there's human error. So, like, the stuff in the Bible, like, you know, yeah, Jesus could have 100% been real, and I believe he was a real person because we're still talking about him 2,000 years later. But it's like all the details of the Bible that like over time could have gotten like, you know, mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many denominations and, you know, there's Catholicism, Christianity, there's like all these different things, and it's like Mormons. Mm-hmm. They all believe in Jesus, but all of them have like a different spin on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Catholicism, they believe in a pope. As like a higher power, saints and stuff. Mm-hmm. Then you have like Mormons who I don't really follow that too much,
yeah.
but I know it's something strange. You know, I want to go see the Book of Mormon. Yeah, it's different. It's different. But like, yeah, then you have like just traditional Christians, and
Right.
you know, it's so I feel like it's unfortunate that something that's so important, like your eternal soul, is so mixed up. And it's like 30% of the world is Christian, which means 70% is non-Christian, Muslim, atheist, agnostic, all that stuff. So it's like, bro, like why would it be so complicated if it's so important? It's like, according to Christianity, if you die and like you die in your sin or you didn't repent, you're going to hell for eternity. And it's like, you're going to be there forever suffering, according to the Bible. Like, that's what it says. And it's like, if it's that important, how did it get so misconstrued that we have all these different, like, sects and, like, you know what I'm saying, like, denominations and stuff? So, yeah, that's my take on God, you know?
Right. In the aspect of religion, right, versus the actual thing itself, right? Because to deny that there is no God would to deny how life even plays out in the first place.
Right.
Right? There's so many different factors to life that it's like, whoa, like, that's God. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, of course, science could break things down to make people, you know, find words and reasoning.
Yeah,
and all
I mean,
this stuff.
science is just how things work.
Right, but then what made it spark?
Yeah, it doesn't explain why. Like the Big Bang Theory, like why did that happen?
Yeah, why?
You know what I'm saying? It just explains like how things operate, like how atoms do this and that and all this stuff, but it doesn't really explain why this thing happened.
I like that theory where it's like I feel like it's all part of one essence, one being, one larger being.
Yeah.
And it's like there's life inside us, and it's just like an everlasting like ebb and flow of nature, you know? Because, you know, people want to say all these things about how we should live and all this stuff, right? But if you're looking at nature, nature plays by nature's rules.
Yeah.
You know? And who's to say that we're not part of nature? You know, I think indigenous people of the past, our ancestors, were more inclined to learn with nature.
Right.
And respect it and find different ways to grow with nature. We've gone far away from that, you know? And I live in a city. We live in a city, right? Like, we don't live in nature, you know what I mean? It's not even like that. I love living in a city. Don't get it twisted, you know what I mean? I love living. It's what it is, right? But at the same time, we haven't found a way to have a symbiosis. I remember there was this architect that I read about. I forgot his name. He's Italian, but he did some shit in China and like some other countries.
Yeah.
Where he created buildings with vegetation on it. Like, it looked like jungle, but a building. You know what I mean?
Is it like the Barclays Center, like how it has grass on the top of it type?
Yes, but imagine throughout the entire building.
Like the whole,
okay. Everything grew vertically.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's actually dope, you know? But, you know, not everyone likes that. I remember I was with this girl, she would want everything cut, you know what I mean? She wouldn't want anything, like not much vegetation.
In terms of what? Like cut?
She like flowers and stuff like that.
Okay,
but like
okay.
if it's like grass, vegetation, greenery, like she would want all that like cut.
Like trimmed away?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, what is that? It's neatness, you know? We like, certain people like, you know? But then other people like growth.
Yeah.
There's different things, you know what I mean? Like some people.
Yeah, bro. It's like 8 billion people, bro. Everybody got their own thing, you feel me?
Exactly. But word. Yo, now, with your like history of painting, I'm sure you painted so many different people and things, you know what I mean? Like, what's the most enjoyable, like which one were you like most proud of? Which one were you like, whoa, this is amazing, like this is fucking amazing?
I mean, look, I don't want to sound like arrogant, but I have a few.
Yo,
like,
talk your shit.
Like a good, like, I mean, the one I just did, the Terminator one, I think
that
that's
one's dope as fuck, bro.
Thank you, bro. I think that's top 5 for sure.
Totally, man. That's just fire.
You know,
man.
I was in a crazy ass mind state.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like I was watching Terminator movies. I was lifting weights like Arnold and shit. Like I was really preparing
in the zone
to be to be that.
Wow.
You feel me? So that was a good one. It depends. You could go like Louis Vuitton art or like personal art.
Everything all together.
All together?
Everything all together. Which one you were like, you know, wow, this is
I would say like I did
Could be in a museum or some shit.
I did this painting called Jesus in the Subway. And it's basically like inside of like a 3 train, you know, like with the orange and yellow seats, and like it's like Jesus, like right in front of this dude is sitting down on his phone, and like Jesus is in front of him, like reaching his hand out, and then there's a snake coming under the seat of the train, but he doesn't realize it because he's on his phone, and all he has to do is look up, and Jesus is right there, and he'll help him and save him, but like he's just on his phone. So it was just like, if you see it, you'll understand it better. But it's very like, it was political. Like it was during the pandemic.
Wow.
So like I have like some references to like Kobe and like the Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Like it was like one of the best like geometric amount of detail and perspective. It was just like a masterpiece, bro.
Wow.
I feel like.
Wow. I gotta see that shit.
Yeah, facts. I'll definitely show it to
me.
you.
I'll clip it in.
You feel me? Like it was one of my best. Like. And then on LV, like, there was this trunk I did. There's this scene in the movie, I think it's Tangled, like the end of the movie where, like, they sitting in, like, a boat and there's all these lanterns. And, like, I did that whole scene, and then I had I did, like, a 3D effect to where it looked like the lanterns was coming out of the painting into the Louis V, like, trunk. Like, so I was really proud of that one. That one was fire. What else? I would say, like, the explosion piece I did, where like it's like a nuclear explosion, and like I did like a portrait of me in the explosion, like in the fire, type shit. Like that was cool. I did like a New York City skyline at night, with like the reflections in the water.
Nice.
Like there was a few, man. There was a few. Like I did like a giant, like coffee table sized trunk, and I painted like different zoo animals on it. You feel me?
Nah, it's fire.
I did a bunch, man. Like, so it's hard to pick one.
You have tattoos. Have you ever drawn your own tattoos?
So my tattoos, it's funny. Like a lot of people in LV, they'll always be like, "Yo, why don't you do tattoos?" Like, I get that so much. Like, I've been interested in it. I did one tattoo. I did a Mets logo on somebody's forum.
How'd it come out?
It was pretty good for my first one. Like, you know, we was just chilling, like drinking Corona,
it's
smoking.
Definitely different, right?
Yeah. Like you gotta like, cause you dealing with skin vibrations and of the needle, and like you don't want to go like too deep to cut too deep into their skin, and it's a different beast. And you gotta be like real, hygienic, cause you're dealing with blood. So you gotta like make sure you like disinfecting everything, you know.
Constantly.
It's
a whole different system.
Facts.
To go about it.
Facts. I would do it though.
Like
I would do it.
It's like when you're painting, you're doing it on something that's not feeling anything.
Right. Like this is a living canvas, you know. Yeah. And if you mess up somebody's skin, it's not the same as messing up a painting.
Have you ever like drawn designs for people?
For tattoos?
Yeah.
I haven't. I
that's
definitely
the whole
would.
thing too, you know that.
Yeah,
like, people make books.
Facts.
And then have it be
like a stencil.
And they have books of it though, right? And then they'll have it at the tattoo shop and say, let people look at the artwork and say, oh, okay, I want this one. Because they don't really know what they want. They'll just go into a tattoo shop and just look through shit.
Yeah.
Like some people.
Yeah, some people don't really know what they want. Like, you got to really, like, kind of walk their hand and be like, yo, I think you would like this.
Right. Shit. So, bro, what would you tell your younger self?
I mean, a lot of things, honestly. Like, all the mistakes I made, like, I would, like, be like, yo, nigga, like, don't do that. You feel me? Like,
like what? Name one.
I would just say, like, get out of your head. Like, stop overthinking so much. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I spent a lot of time, like, overthinking because of, like, how I grew up and stuff.
Overthinking what?
Like,
the moves?
Yeah, like, what's going to happen next? Like, because I grew up, my upbringing is, like, crazy, bro. Like, I'm the 8th of 9 kids.
Wow.
You feel me? Like, we grew up single mom.
Wow.
On the welfare, all that stuff. Like, I bounced around from home to home. I was in foster care twice, group home, shelters, all that stuff. I actually was in a youth shelter in 2016, end of 2016, when I first started painting. So, like, my upbringing is, like, what caused me to be so focused on painting. Like, because when I'm painting, it's therapeutic. And I would forget about all the problems I have going on at home and just focus and be in that zone. And it's still like that to this day. So that's why I started painting, like, and drawing and stuff, because, like, it was a way to, like, leave all that stuff to the side. But yeah, like we had it rough, man. It was just like the stereotypical messed up, no father, black household. You know.
How has that shaped you? Do you feel like you're your own man because of it?
Um, I mean, yeah, it definitely lit a fire under me, and it got me to like really focus and work hard on certain things that if I had the perfect household, I wouldn't have went as like hard and been as aggressive and passionate. But I don't know that. Maybe if I had a father, he could have taught me those things. Like you never really know. You feel me?
But I love that you're like a great example to not following a certain path just because you don't have certain things, right? Because there's such a variety of people. I feel like it's a lottery to what family you have, and
Right.
then it's a lottery for the type of person you are. You know what I mean? Like what you got inside you. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because there's people that take different situations differently, and why is that? You know what I mean? I feel like it's something internal.
Yeah.
Because
That's interesting.
not everybody takes it different. You know what I mean? Not everybody takes it the same.
Right. Yeah. Some people, they end up in unfortunate situations and like they, go and commit crimes and stuff. I have a clean record. I ain't never messed with nothing like that. I would just focus on my art. I just wanted to
Right.
get real nice. You feel me? So I could like take it somewhere. But the group home I was in, like there were other young youth there, and they messed up their whole life pretty
And
much.
so how'd you go from like being in a family with 8 other siblings to going into a group home?
Oh man, like
And what happened to? Are you still connected to your family? Like,
I mean, to certain siblings, like yeah, we closer than others. We pretty much
I mean, it's
dysfunctional.
fucking 8. Like, you can't be cool
Yeah,
with all of them.
yeah,
It's
yeah, that's
impossible.
true. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's a lot.
Exactly, yeah,
Still
yeah.
people at the end of the day, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with,
Yeah.
But some is like on the East Coast. I have like a couple in the West Coast and like different states in the East Coast and like so I got a sister in Baltimore. I visit her. Shout out Cynthia. You feel me? In Baltimore. But yeah, like we're really like dysfunctional. Like it was just all over the place. My mom, like she has her own issues and it's 9 of us and there's no father.
Right.
So it's like she couldn't really like deal with all of us.
Is she okay now?
I mean, our relationship isn't that good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talk here and there, but it's like
But you carry yourself great, man, and you interact so fucking great with people that it's honestly amazing that you chose your own path and your own direction. You didn't let this overtake your energy. You know what I
Right.
mean? Your energy is the most sacred thing, and what you decide to do with that is it'll take you everywhere, right? You know what I mean? Like, and that's what's up, man.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, bro. Like I'm just, like I'm looking at it like I don't want to make the situation worse by not doing nothing or going down a path and, being a criminal and messing. Like you feel me? Like I'm just like, you know what? This happened. It was unfortunate. But like, what am I gonna do now? Like, so what? Now what? You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta like, do what I gotta do at the end of the day. And if I have no parents, like I gotta go harder, cause I have nobody to hit up like, yo, pops, or yo, let me get some money. Like, I have nobody to like.
No, you gotta figure it out.
Yeah. I have a couple family members, but like in terms of like my parents, I can't. I don't have that, or like I don't have like a parent to be like, yo, I'm proud of you, like working at LV, like. You feel me? Like, it would have been nice to have parents to be like, yo, I'm proud of you, like, you doing that. Like, but I didn't have that. And, it's just like, yeah, it's nice to hear it from strangers and, like, coworkers and all that stuff. But, like, to hear it from your parents
Would be different.
Yeah. But
And it's weird, man. Life is so strange, right? People who have it, then they're not grateful for it, or they're caught in different situations. Maybe they don't have really good parents as well, like.
yeah,
Life is such a roll of the dice, you know what I'm saying?
facts.
And it's amazing that we're living it, though, because every day is another opportunity, Every day is another way that we can find a different pursuit and a different passion, a different enjoyment in life. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
there's too much in this world to enjoy, to not enjoy it, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's a big ass planet too. It's like
Yeah.
we only like New York is just a little. You feel me on the map, the whole globe, bro. There's so many countries and
Do you
land.
want kids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you feel like you're gonna like really be and you're gonna be there? 'Cause
Yeah.
You understood
Oh,
what it
for
was,
sure,
but,
yeah.
But it wasn't, right? Like,
Yeah, I understand. Not having a father and like I know
What
the
that
effects
does.
that had on me.
Mhm.
So I'm like, if I was to have kids, I wouldn't want the kids to feel the same way.
Do you feel like you had different father figures in your life, or you would search for different father figures in your life because you didn't have one?
Yeah, I had like a couple like mentors, like an art mentor,
Mhm.
like personal like life coach, you know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, they've been helpful, you know what I'm saying? Like for sure, but at the end of the day, it's like, you want your father. You want to experience having a father and, learning things and, because this is a crazy world. And if you don't have somebody to school you, like, yo, this is what you got to like look out for.
Right.
And like, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be a little like fucked up, So like,
Right.
yeah, it would have been nice to have a father, but I did have like, a couple like father figures, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's better to know than not to know, right? When you're dealing with these certain type of situations, you're saying like, it is a fucked up world. You want to be prepared for it, right? But I feel like also being your own man is going and confronting certain issues, not knowing the outcome, and then figuring out your solutions, figuring out the outcomes, figuring out the way you have to move.
right.
Right? So like, and no shade to like, people that with their dads and whatever, but like sometimes like they're just a spitting image of their father,
Right.
rather than being their own man. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I think it's like a double-edged sword that you have, whereas one side is you didn't have your father, you didn't have your family foundation, but the other side is being your own man, being your own person, finding your own way in life.
Right.
That sometimes people that do have those things don't end up finding.
That's true.
It's a weird dynamic. It's a very weird dynamic. Why is it that way? I don't know, bro. But I think it's a matter of really digesting how you view life.
Yeah.
Are you someone that is going to observe situations and let it pass by? Or are you going to be someone that observes situations and attacks, goes after it? Like it's everyone sees things differently.
Yeah.
We're all watching a movie, but you could be watching different things in it. You could find different things in it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's so many things happening at once, bro. Like, when you think about it, it's like 8 billion people, bro. Like, that's a lot of stuff. Like, right now, like, there's people sleeping, eating, on a jet ski,
right.
on a roller coaster. Everything is happening at once.
Right,
dying,
birth, life.
Yeah. So it's like it's crazy when you think about it like that. Like how many people are actually here experiencing the same life that you're experiencing, and it's like it kind of humbles you in a bit too. It's like
Absolutely.
You're not, you feel me? Even you could be Beyonce, you could be any huge figure. Like at the end of the day, you're human. You're gonna die like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So like it really humbles you, like to like be kind to people. Don't take yourself too seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
You need. That's why you need real people around you.
Yeah.
Keep you in check. Remind you, like bring you down to earth.
Facts. Yeah, it's not good to be alone, man. Because when you get in your head, it's usually negative. I don't understand why. Like those times where like you by yourself and you alone, it's like typically like your brain like, oh, you should have did this. You fucked this up. How could you do that? Like rarely is it, yo, good job, bro. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Like it's always, or like most of the time, I would say, for me, it's like negative. Like, yo, why would you do that? Like, you fucked that up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in the midst of like me winning and accomplishing things, I've had a lot of fuck ups.
Right.
I'm still having fuck ups. You know what I'm saying?
You live and you learn, right?
Yeah, I'm 26. You feel me? Like, I'm still in the beginning of like life. Hopefully, you feel me? So it's like, I'm still like experimenting and figuring things out. Like, I don't know exactly what I want to do with art. To go back to your other question, but like I'm just like going with the flow and like, you know what I'm saying, knowing that something's gonna happen.
Look, man, you're living your moment in life. I would suggest that you definitely find what you already found it, what works for you, and then expand on it, bro.
Yeah.
It's you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you don't, you still do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and there's a lot to connect with in life, right? Like, I feel like you're always gonna evolve your very art or your nature, how you view things, how you look at things, and that will keep on advancing your own passion. I don't think anybody that's doing certain things like how you are is ever just stagnant in one place. You know what I mean? It sounds like the type of person that you are and what you've been through and what is going to shape you to become more than just Jay the painter, JP the painter. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I feel like you got something that people value, and you could take it anywhere. You know, it's just a matter of how you advertise it, how you market it. It's really just that. And I'm learning. I'm not anywhere really with my shit. Really, I have views. You know what I mean?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
You feel me?
Right, you feel me? But it's
Not
gonna
yet.
happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But I've been very dedicated, and I've dropped a podcast every week for over a year. You know what I mean? Like every week, and different people. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of engagement. You know, and I've been building a lot of content. I think that everything is just a matter of timing. You know,
right?
You know, and also again, marketing. That's something that I'm trying to learn now. Marketing, advertising. You know what I mean? And it's great to have the product.
Yeah.
But it's better to know how to release it.
Yeah, how to present it to the audience. Yeah.
Because that's how you.
That's important, bro. The TikTok, all that.
Yeah, but not even only that. It's how you do it. You know what I mean? Like how, like I think challenges are brilliant. Because challenges, that one chip challenge.
Oh man.
Yo, motherfuckers made bread off that shit. How many motherfuckers bought that little one chip that was like, how much was it? $50-$60, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
For one chip, and people bought that shit.
To fuck their whole life up for like 2 hours.
On camera.
Yeah. Yo, on camera, bro. Yeah, like so looking crazy.
Like, yeah, man.
If I do that shit, I'm doing that in
private.
I'm about to be on camera looking all fucked up and
shit. Oh man.
But
yo, so what would you tell the people watching right now? Like in terms for their life, in terms for their being, in terms for their future, man. Like what would you tell to them? What would you tell the people watching right now?
I mean, I would just say like just follow your passion, like make sure whatever is it that thing that you're doing that you enjoy. Like it could be playing the guitar, it could be cooking, you know what I'm saying? It could be wrestling, anything. You feel me? Just like be passionate, be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you may not always know where it's gonna take you, but if you keep moving forward, like I feel like God or the universe, whatever you want to define it as, it sees you working, so it matches your energy, and it's like, all right, word, I'm gonna give you this opportunity, and it's up to you what you do with the opportunity. You could fuck it up, or you could go somewhere with it. Like I could have effed up Louis and I got the job. You feel me? But I seen that opportunity, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go 100%. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I would just tell people, like, pursue something that you enjoy. Like we were saying before, life is too short. You know?
It's way too short, man. It is. And I'm glad that you said that. I had somebody else on the podcast that said something similar, where it's like, you know, you gotta like give your 100%, but your 100% is actually 50%, and the other 50% is God.
Okay.
You know,
it's like a little bit of luck, that saying, or whatever.
Because like you have to give it your all, right?
Yeah.
But it's really not just you; it's God too.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't think it's just me. Like I think God gave me the talent to begin with.
Right.
You know, I'm just the one cultivating it on earth in the physical, but I feel like it's something that was instilled in me, like since birth, for sure.
And thank you, God, right?
Yeah. Amen to that, for sure, for sure. Like
that's what's up, bro. And and you know, this is usually how I end it off, but do you have any questions for me?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like before, like what got you into starting like podcasts?
Bro, because everyone has something to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I feel like God created us all. You know what I mean? There's a reason why we're all here. You know what I mean? That people always want to be like, oh, you gotta live this way, you gotta live that way. People want to say certain images about people, right? I'm sure people made your judgments about you, right? Because of how you view yourself or whatever the fuck, or like how you present yourself to the world. but you're an individual that has a message. You're an individual that has a soul and own thought process and own pursuit and life. And I present that to the world, you know what I mean? Like, for in my own way. Because I feel like I learn from everybody that I walk through, you know what I mean? Like, every person, for me, like, I'm a sponge, you know what I mean? So I take people's information and I assess how happy they are, you know what I mean, in their own life. And I find it all very interesting, you know what I mean? How we make our choices, why we make our choices. I'm a curious person, not in the sense that I want to dive so deeply to the person's own life, but more so to how they view it.
Right.
Because how they view it, I find very interesting. You know what I mean? If they wanna talk to me about like personal shit, then that's cool too. You know what I mean? Like whatever, we can talk about it. But like more so about how they view the world. You know what I mean? Because the world is interesting. Why do you view it that way? You know?
Right. And another question is like, where do you want to take it? Like, where do you see this podcast going in like the next, say, 5 years?
Bro, I want it to grow. I want it to expand. Like, I want to get genuine sponsors that I enjoy their product. They enjoy what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to live off like this and also live off of my other pursuits with my music and keep on expanding that and keep on growing it, keep on networking with people. The people that I have on the podcast, sometimes I work with them afterwards on different projects. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I like that too. You know what I mean? I'm always open to be a part of their projects. And like, I'm a person, like I'm a hard worker. You know what I mean? As much as like I am a leader in many aspects, I could lead the room. I could make shit happen.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm also just a student too. I could just be like someone that shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
And just does what I have to do. You know what I mean? Because like I think there's also there's a certain aspect to learn of that. You know, like certain things people know more of than you, so you gotta shut the fuck up and learn it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Humble yourself, yeah.
And like,
What got you into music though?
Yo, music, man. I've always been into words. So I used to be a poet, and
okay.
I self-published when I was 19, and I actually wrote a book called Dome of Pele by Axel Owen.
Wait, hold on. You just pause right there. You just said you wrote a book? Like, hold on.
It's a poetry book.
All right, okay. Like a book of rhymes almost.
A book of poems.
Poems.
Yeah, poems, like actual poems. And this was when I was younger, right? And after that is when I got into music. And from people around me, I knew people making music, and I'm like, yo, I can make music. Like, you know what I mean? I can do this.
Yeah, why not?
Like, yeah, like, and I started making my own music. I feel like my music is original. I don't think there's anyone that sounds like me. I've never heard anyone that sounds like me. You know what I mean? Like, and it's still fuego. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
For me,
I fucked with the ones I heard. Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Like, for me, I just want to be my own artist. I'm not trying to sound like anyone else. You know. So I'm never trying to like replicate someone else's style or none of that shit. Like, I like being my own artist, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And at what point did you say, you know what, like I'm gonna go and buy the equipment and do my first podcast?
Oh man, so I had to get the money first, and I always enjoyed conversation. So I feel like this was something that would be very effortless almost.
Right.
And this is effortless, right? The actual conversation. But then everything else is just tedious. Like, you know, like the editing and doing everything else and making sure that everything is in order. And even like everything grows, right? I don't want to keep this like this. I want to like maybe switch up the way I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Like switch up the style of it. Like, and it's still growing. It's still the same name. So yeah, you know what I mean? Because so yeah is a New York expression. Like,
okay,
when it's a drop into the conversation. You ever talk to someone and they're just like, oh yeah,
it's called So Yeah. That's the name of the podcast.
So yeah, exactly.
Yo, y'all hear that? Mm-hmm. So Yeah is the best podcast in the world, bro. So yeah, yo, shout out So Yeah. You feel me?
So yeah.
So yeah. That's what we doing. You feel me?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And last question, and the most important question.
Yeah.
What is this?
Her name is Esperanza.
Okay.
And it's a long story short. I actually I used to work for UPS, and I was doing a pickup at Bloomingdale's, and we were throwing this shit out, but it was all white. And I asked them, I'm like, yo, can I take this shit? And they're like, all right. They didn't think I was gonna take it. first day I took the head, right? And then the second day I came back for the fucking body, bro. I went viral for it on Subway Creatures. Fucking like someone recorded me putting it inside the train.
Yeah.
And that shit went viral. Dumb.
Oh,
like,
shit, you gotta show me that after. Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
it was crazy, bro. And then I took this shit, right? And then I painted it. And then I put on the backdrop to my album, like my first album that I ever released. And it's called New Grounds, with a Z at the end.
Yeah.
And A-G-O. And basically, her name is Esperanza. Esperanza is hope in Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, I like having her here because it's like I'm bringing hope with what I do.
Right.
And she brings hope being here, you know what I'm saying? Like the art of it all, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
and
say like
painted
this
it.
is an art piece, bro.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
The art
it's
installation.
a sculpture, and it's like you painted it, and I like when you have this like the scarf right here on the neck of the giraffe.
Right.
It's like, yeah, bro, it's art, bro. You feel me? So that's fire, and it has a good story behind it too.
Right,
You know?
there's mad layers to it.
Yeah, bro,
Thank
that's
you,
fire.
yo. I
yeah.
appreciate that, yo.
Yeah,
For real,
appreciate
man.
you having me, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. Where can the people find you?
Oh man, Instagram, JP the Painter. That's JAYP the Painter. Yeah, that's pretty much my main social right now. So yeah, JP the Painter on Instagram.
All right. So yeah.
So yeah.
Ago, it's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know.